doesn't pop into people's house and say, oh, I just liked it to come in. In reality, it doesn't work like that.
But there's a difference.
Are you getting my point?
You know, not necessarily everyone who breaks into someone else's house wants to kill you. I know it's
No, but you cannot keep
likely.
changing. I mean, when we say...
It's highly likely, of course, but it could also be possible that he just wants to steal something. Obviously, you can defend yourself. Obviously, you can hurt him. But
would you like to say something, Bruce?
No, carry on,
please,
carry on.
please.
I will.
I think
if I need to, I will.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you? You good? Good. Sometimes I reach my
Don't worry,
limits.
carry on. Don't worry about it. Carry on. You're all right.
So
No, please.
please.
I'm listening here. I
just-
don't even know what
Just
conversation is.
what's your view? Like
I will want to explore it. That's why I'm saying carry on, and I will. I promise you. If I think it's appropriate, I will.
So I mean, as we said before, I mean, we as a Muslim, we claim that without God you have no objectivity, so just subjective views in the society, and that sort of society cannot be coherent. And I mean, we can look around the world. This is happening.
don't you think that there can also be some kind of objectivity based on a constitution or some laws made by a society?
Yeah, but the laws. I mean, as I said before, the laws we as Muslims accept the best laws has been given by our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The Quran to the humanity, and how we live, how we act, how we interact.
Of course, and that's perfectly fine for me. If a society in a majority Muslim country decides, okay, that's a code we want to apply to everything and the way we want to live by it, that's fine by me.
But this book is just not for the Muslim society, it's for humanity. I mean, as a Muslim, when I stand in the park and I say, oh, this is Islam, or I talk about it, or I try to explain myself, if you put me somewhere in the East, my message, what I'm giving you is not going to change. My message is to those people as well. So sometimes when we Muslims talk about Islam in the West, they think that, oh, the next question comes that, oh, why are you here? I'm like, that's your argument? But if you put me somewhere else, my message will be the same to the same people who will be around me. And when I'm here, when I see the Western society, so I speak about Islam and how it can affect and how it can be good for this society as well. Because Islam only talks about the ills of society. I mean, nothing. I mean, Islam doesn't tell you that tomorrow you're going to be a Muslim and you're going to stop eating fish and chips. No, you can't. Islam doesn't tell you to become Arab or to become Pakistani or to become an Afghan or to become a Bangladeshi. No, Islam's telling you just become a Muslim. But people, this perception that this message, this religion is not for Western people. No,
I don't say that either. If you want to be a Muslim in a Western country, please do so.
No, but the claim, I'm telling the claim and the environment in the West, we see it. I'm not trying to I'm a victim here. No, I'm just speaking the truth. That's what the reality is.
Yeah,
the media gets always the negative stuff and portray it to the society, and it's just our own laziness that we don't investigate and we don't go through things and understand it better.
Okay, and so you think that the rules you want to apply to society, or which come from your God,
which comes from the book Quran, comes by God.
Okay, that they are right for all of humanity.
Yes.
Okay, don't you think that some other way of living in the world could also work for a lot of people and doesn't cause any harm to other people as well?
No, but it doesn't. I mean, we see from our experience, from history of humanity, when you see civilization came after civilization, and in this book, in the Quran, Allah always reminds humanity about the past nations. That in Surah Al-Fajr, Allah says to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, "O Muhammad, do you know how we dealt with the people of Ad and Samud and Pharaoh? We gave them knowledge, we gave them power, we gave them wealth, and they built. I mean, Ad, they used to make palaces in the mountains. Samud, they used to carve mountains. And then the Creator says, they neglected, they dealt with interest, they became godless society, they stopped caring about each other, and they got rid of, and they got destroyed. So it's a warning, like for us, for this generation, that we can see in reality in this society, in every society, Muslim world, in China, in Africa, in the West, the societies has become, we have so much cruelty. This planet can feed 3 planets, but we have famine. The interest is enslaving humanity. We don't talk about these things. I mean, God says, okay, how we have 0-hour contracts. I always say that. In today's society, you know that. They call it the gig economy. You don't have contract. People are giving birth in warehouses because their manager said, if you left your shift, your job is gone. She gave birth. When Allah talks about the Pharaoh, do we think that pyramids were made just like 0-hour contracts? They were the same. Amazon just made billions and gave how much? 1.5 million in tax.
Okay.
The Pharaoh of this society.
Okay.
We can see in reality. Don't you agree? Have I said something wrong?
No, you have. I agree with a lot of things you're saying, particularly concerning issues like the gig economy and so forth. It's an issue, but we have to deal with it as a society, not from a religious standpoint. One thing I want you.
No,
to
but
think
religion gives you the solution of this mayhem.
No, not necessarily. Okay.
No, look.
For,
I mean,
okay.
Let him just
For
finish.
everyone. The point is the following. Okay.
Sorry, brother.
Religion may help some people to get the rules, to live by them, and it works for them. But you speak a lot about the rules or the stories that told in the Quran, which gives you clues about what should happen in this, how you should live in the future,
Yes.
or how you should handle certain situations. Am I right?
No, every situation in life.
Okay. That may work for some situation, but we can't find rules for everything
No, but it does work. It does work. Okay, I will give you one example.
Okay,
I will give you one example.
I want to give you a counter here.
Can I give you one example only?
Please do.
Okay, Islam says no alcohol.
All right.
Yes? Do you know that alcohol, at the moment in Scotland, I think the statistic says that 20 people a day or a week, they die because of alcohol.
I stay away mainly from alcohol anyway. I don't drink it much, really. Maybe.
No, but you cannot say, but you are telling me that it's up to people. If they drink, it's okay. Because we know in reality, you might be a strong person with a strong will that you will not drink, but your brother or your mother or your sister or your friend or your neighbor, they might be weak.
But what gives you the right or any government to intervene in their lives? They're not harming anyone in particular.
No, they're gonna harm themselves.
Of course.
So because we have to protect the weak. Remember, God here in Islam says protect the weak.
Yeah.
Feed the hungry.
But only if they want to be helped. Obviously, if someone wants to be helped, okay, that's totally fine. Help him.
So you're telling me if you see somebody that they want to jump out of the building, you will ask her, or you will ask him to help him, or you will just go grab them and take them back?
I'll try to convince him, but you can't put anything on.
By jumping the building, do you think it's a good thing?
No, it's not. But I don't have to decide.
See, that we
why
come
he
back.
wants to jump or
That
not.
we come back to right and wrong. You're telling me there is no right and wrong because you want a society that whoever choose whatever, and that's how I told you that it's not wrong. That if somebody wants to jump out of the building, we know as humans that we do something to save them. We're not going to ask him, oh, you want to jump or you don't? Or you want to? Okay, do it. We don't say that, do we?
No, we don't. But generally, what our society makes great in general is we should not interfere in anyone else's life because we think.
Or even if they're harming themselves.
Even if they're harming themselves.
Why not?
Because it's not upon us to change anyone else.
It is.
No,
As a
it's not.
human. No, we are human. Do you
No.
understand humanity?
I
The
know.
word?
Yes, I do a little bit, but letting someone else live is sometimes very important. If let's
Love. Do you understand what love is?
I do, but
And compassion is?
I know.
See, that's why Allah says in the Quran, if I wanted, I would have made you like plants. But I create you from yourself so you can love one another.
Yes.
Sorry, brothers, can I just ask, what are you discussing?
Existence of God in a society.
Is that what this conversation has been about?
I don't
for
know
the
if it's
past
going
5
the
minutes?
right way or not. I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead,
Carry
go
on.
ahead.
Carry on, brother. I'm Shabir. You are?
Max.
Max, nice meeting you.
My name is Muhammad.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, perhaps, maybe if I can just add my 2 pence
Please.
worth in here.
Thanks for listening, by the way. Yeah.
Max?
Yes.
Yeah. What Max is saying is that an individual should have the freedom within the law to be able to do what they want.
Of course.
What you are saying, Muhammad, is that look, whatever the situation is, if there is a potential for a human being to be harmed, then we must intervene necessarily, even if it is against the wishes of the individual. Now,
But we know it's harmful in reality.
If for that individual
Yeah,
it is harmful, but
yeah.
we are looking from a perspective where we would say that life doesn't end when it ends here.
Sure.
Okay? So if we were to take the perspective that you were discussing earlier on in relation to drink, alcohol, if we were to say, as he rightly pointed out about Scotland, if there were so many people who were dying, prior to them dying, they had severe health problems. Will that give a dent on the economic situation of the country?
It will.
It
you
will.
know, but you can't. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no, please.
You can't go to someone and say, okay, you can't drink any alcohol anymore.
Okay.
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 If I'm able to convince someone
Yeah.
not to drink alcohol anymore,
No
that's
problem.
perfectly fine. You
What
know?
What would the reasoning be that you would use to justify why you would allow somebody to ingest something that is going to be harmful to them and to society generally?
I would argue the other way around. What gives you the right to intervene?
What gives me the right? If I see harm and the potential for harm is going to be severe in the long run, then for the benefit of the individual, I would say, look, just like if I take it as a necessary extension, if I say to you, okay, do you know what? There's a society I know of where
he should be. He was
raping is considered normal. Would you allow that individual, if they were to come into this country, to do the same?
No, because it puts harm upon others.
No. That is a subjective assessment. Because in their society, it's fine. There's no problem.
That's my point.
Ask the rape victim if there was no harm done to her.
In their society, because they've been brought up like that, they think it's normal.
Okay, I disagree.
But how would you justify the two positions?
The two positions is, you come from different backgrounds. There's objectively someone hurt.
Stop there. You see, when you said objectively someone is hurt, how would you define objectivity in relation to humanity as a whole?
Physical wounds, psychological traumas.
No. If a society considered it normal, okay, you will go to them and tell them, look, that's a wound. I said, no, that's just a scratch. How would you react?
I would react disgusted, to be honest.
Excellent.
No,
that's
the first
Sorry.
point. And I would react disgusted in the first place.
Why?
Because of how I was brought up.
Exactly.
Okay, but let me follow up on this one.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's right to be punished in my country. I don't know how it is in different countries. And in general, I don't want to tell them how they should live, how they should punish people in general. That's their part,
Yeah.
I think a lot of issues in the world, and sorry for saying that also about Islam, is
Yeah,
that people try to put other belief systems up on each other's and think it's the right way to do it. That's the way the thing I said earlier. You know, if you go to different countries, you have different sets of rules upon which different people agreed, and by those rules you live, and not necessarily based on the rules by a single religion.
My point was not to impose on you. My point was just to try to explain to you that what the Quran is telling humanity, and plus this is a message, and Quran clearly says it's a message. Take it or leave it.
Perhaps what we need to do is extend the thought processes a bit. You see, if I were to say I have got a solution to a problem, one solution is a part solution and the other one is a complete solution. Logically and reasonably, which one would you choose?
I would use a part solution if possible, if it solves my problem.
Right. Listen to me again. The solution, there's a part solution and there's a full solution. Which one would you choose?
It's a question, which one helps more?
If there's a full solution and there's a part solution, which one do you logically think helps more?
Question is, if we were to apply that to society, you would also have to look at the circumstances of society.
Okay, let me give
how
you,
much can you change it at a certain point?
Excellent.
How can people adapt? Need people to adapt?
Excellent.
How will the solution really? Which consequences will it have?
Excellent, Max. Now let's just use that from your process. He used the example of alcohol.
Yes.
Okay. A few years ago, the people were told, as a matter of public policy, that you can take so many units a day, a week, and it's not harmful. Then they revisited it and they reduced it. They revisited it again, they reduced it. Until a few weeks ago, they said not even a dot should be taken, it is harmful. Now, I would ask you, on that basis only, if you had a rule that already told you that, look, all this is going to happen, totally avoid it. Or you take another one which says, look, ultimately it is going to harm you, but you can take it in steps.
You know,
which one would you choose?
It depends upon your knowledge at a certain point in time.
Excellent. Now, if you were to have the necessary knowledge and information justifiably to be able to give that ruling, would you do it?
The question is, will it be accepted by the people?
No, that's the second question. But the first question, let's go through. If you had the necessary information and knowledge, yes, would you be in a position to apply it?
Question is, do I have the power to apply it?
Excellent. Now, if the government gave you the power to be able to do that, would that be good for the society or bad?
It's a question. I think in a Western democracy you can't apply something on your own.
I didn't say that. Follow me through. We just agreed that, look, you would have to have the power. Yeah. Now I'm saying, Max, you're absolutely right. If the government gave you the power to enunciate a law, would you do it?
The question is, do I interfere in people's freedom too far?
No, too far. You see, for example, in a Western democracy, let's say take the United Kingdom. From your English, it seems you are not British. Where are you from?
I'm German.
Oh,
yeah.
Very good.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Even
your
better.
English is excellent.
Even better. It is. Yeah. You see, Max, in a democracy, we have got a process of enacting laws.
Yes.
Yeah. It goes through the elected representatives. Those representatives put the motion forward. It goes through the necessary steps.
Of course.
Have they been given the power to legislate?
By the people,
yes, they have. Now, if you go back to what I said, if they had the necessary information and knowledge to be able to enact that law, would they?
One question is, are they willing to do that?
Oh, definitely. We have already gone through all that. You see, it comes to, if I can, basically, Max, when they are discussing it in the House of Commons in the United Kingdom, it has already gone through readings, because it goes back and forth to the House of Lords and back. They had to, a question is raised, an issue is raised, and then it goes through the motions. So all these questions you are asking have already been answered, they've already been addressed. It has now come to the place where you had said, if you had the power to be able to enact a law. So the question is, if all the information that is gathered now, and I'm not talking on a theoretical plane, if all the information now is gathered and we are in a position to be able to enact that certain law, would you do it?
The question is, would the Supreme Court overrule it? I don't know if you have something similar.
No,
You know,
you're right. You're absolutely right. The Supreme Court, actually, the law system, the legal system here, would not overturn something. Yeah, they would tell you that, look, this particular law has to only be interpreted by the judges. Okay? If they come across something which clearly goes against, what we would call standard reasoning, yes, it would have to be urgently reconsidered. Okay? The question is not that. The issue is, we are in a position, like all the laws, they go through a process before they are enacted. Once the information is available, which we have agreed is available,
it is.
Once the evidence has been collected, which has already been collected, and thereafter it has come to the stage where it needs to be promulgated as a law, and you are in that chair to decide, yes, would you do it?
I would do it, but I'm not.
Well, thank you.
No problem at all, Max. However,
I'm going to rather leave. I want to give you this as a gift.
Are you leaving?
If you're gonna.
I won't take anything from you.
No?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No problem. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah? Yeah. So basically, but you are right. You see, it's all a learning process. Yeah. At the end of the day, our view today, in 10 years' time, if we are still alive, will have changed as a result of the information we may come across. Or it might even strengthen our opinion because more evidence has come to support the way we were thinking in the first place.
You know, but you don't know which way it's going to go, you know?
Exactly. That is why there's some logical reasoning in considering laws that are transcendent.
Of course.
There is reason behind it.
What I had with him, who just left.
Muhammad.
You know, as far as I can understand, I don't want to be rude to anyone.
No, of course not. No.
Islam has really some kind of little bit static rules which don't really change much over time. You can always interpret them, but I think that's not really allowed much by the Quran. I'm not sure, but
there's something we call ijtihad. If a new issue arises and there's no precedent before, what you call the legislation system, consider it and consider previous experience, what's said in the Quran, what's said in the Sunnah, the legislating.
The basic principles, they don't change.
Yeah, basic principles.
Morality doesn't change. The worship of God is the same still.
Yes, but I think the view of morality changes over time.
And the scripture doesn't change as well. Sorry.
No worries.
Interrupting.
A pleasure.
It was a pleasure, really.
Nice
I
seeing
really
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. I'll just give you, I know you said you won't accept anything, but I'm only giving you a card. There we are. Anytime, you can drop me a line. It was a pleasure meeting you. Look after yourself. Okay?
Thank you very much.
No problem. You're most welcome. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you. Bye-bye. Walaikum salam. How are you?
I saw your videos like 3 months ago.
Oh, really? MashaAllah.
Yeah. When I just passed, I recognized you. And said,
I know him.
Yeah.
Jazakallah, brother. Keep supporting us, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, it's a hard job.
He seemed interested this one, huh?
Yeah?
He seemed interested.
Yes, alhamdulillah, it was. It's all about just letting them, the thinking is there, but it just needs to be slight guidance, and inshallah it's there.